What we got? What we got? What we got? Back one. Mike 50, Mike 50. Right here, right here.
On first down, Rodgers. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Not today, you are. Not today. Mike 50, Mike 50. Check right.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Williams to return. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Check hot route. Hot, hot. Hey, watch it. Kill. It's on one. Kill. Alert 3.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Foles. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. George Kittle, 78 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, you block over here. Let's go, Mike 50.
To throw, it's Rodgers. This will be caught inside the 10. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
First trip to the red zone for the Giants. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. To throw is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Now Rashad Penny. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. If you're going to throw it, something quick.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Noah Fant there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point from McManus is good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The kick by McManus is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go. Check. Flat.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, Haywood!
on 2nd and 9. Foles. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. That one good for 26 and a first down. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, defense, let's go.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Green 18. Quit talking about it. Inside. 55, my guy, 55. Hey, wahoo! Here we go.
From the 44, Rodgers. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to it okay.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Allen Robinson, 31 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. McManus's point after is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big gain there on third and long. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Foles. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Mike 50. Here we go.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. It's complete. Javon Wims, the open man. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Finds an opening past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. Tackle made there by Buda Baker.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Rodgers. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st down, it's Cohen. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return is Williams. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figured from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
On second down and 4, Foles. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
There's Foles. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down. Let's go, Mike. Go, go. Hey, exit.
He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. To throw again on second down. Foles. He gets it complete to Latimer. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Oh, he got position on him and he pulls it in. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And Myers able to knock it through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
13. Alpha.
2nd and 6. Steps away to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. 11 yards there, first down.
Let's go.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Swing. Easy. Slam. Check it out. Press down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Let's get off the field.
Back to throw here. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
258, jump out! General West, see Mike.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Hayward able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
258. They can't hang with us. Jump out!
To throw on 3rd down. Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
We got this.
First and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
180. Let's go. Great. Hey, let's go. Get that ball. 51.
Back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
What we got?
They run again with Hunt. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. He'll look to throw. And able to find Conley. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Slam. What we got? 25. Check 25. Check easy. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
2nd and 10. He's going to go deep for Conley. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Let's go, D. Hey, Charlie.
Looking to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The dump-off gets them only 1, and now you're looking at a 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the curl, watch the curl. Box it. 50, Mike 50. Here we go. Go Mike 50. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And Robinson with a big catch. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the 1st.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Watch twist. Tight dog. Inside. Check it out, Recon, 132 fighter.
Now Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Let's go. Hey, watch it. Kill.
They'll keep it on the ground. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a 1st after a gain of about 9.
That's it, baby.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
Situation, let's go. 50, Mike. Hey, dude. Come on, let's go.
Back to throw. He's got the hook up with Conley. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
13.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Let's go, defense. Hey, over. Check my 50. Mike is a 50. Check my 50. 3 bucks.
He'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one good for 26 and a first down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Cover 5-3. Cover 5-3.
He's back to throw. That's complete right around the 8. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Cover 5-3. Cover 5-3.
They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kareem Hunt with time running out as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get to field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one.
They've got his man complete. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. Finding room at the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.